highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Bills and the Wizards. Next on Madden NFL 24.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Wizards of Dublin taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 123 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. But you look at this defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Pierce. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Come 19, come 19.
Looking to throw. Pierce. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them. Chip away at their timing.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Go!
2nd down and inches. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Let's go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Call that a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Bills ready to take over. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On the ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up a throw. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Perez. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On first down, it's Perez, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second down and 6 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Go!
On first down, Pierce. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Wizards have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game.
Offense. Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on their defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready,
Throwing on first down. Pierce. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Come on, let's go.
From the 43, here's second down and 2. Operating from the gun. Pierce. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second and goal from the 1.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll try again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Wizards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Ready, ready. Roll, roll. Bronco switch. Reload, reload.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
To throw on 3rd down, Pierce. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Powers through. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Here we go, here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now in Buffalo.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
60 Bison. Ready?
Back to throw. Pierce. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Pierce. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
3rd and 8.
slant pattern here complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to do.
Breaks a tackle, now an alley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, Pierce. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw. Pierce. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Wizards add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Second and 10.
Buffalo 18.
They're going to look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Huh.
They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Got it. Ready? 79 Bronco.
On 1st down, Pierce. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown, Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The decision made for them. They've got to go.
Let's go now.
It's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
They thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other.